Deer-resistant does not necessarily mean that Bambi won't try to munch on your favorite perennials. Instead, the term refers to plants that are less desirable to deer than others in their diet. However, keep in mind that starving deer will eat anything. This strategy for deer control merely entails playing the odds through prudent plant selection. Growing deer-resistant vegetation improves your odds of avoiding pest damage. There are no deer known to eat any of the 10 perennials included in this list. Number 1. Dutchman's Breeches. Dutchman's Breeches is another name for a member of the Dicentra family. It's easy to see why this plant is called by its common name once you see its distinctive blossoms. This perennial plant is resistant to deer, and its short lifespan is another defining characteristic. The plant as a whole vanishes shortly after it finishes flowering, and its leaves don't stick around for very long either. Not until the following spring will you see it again. The hardiness range for Dutchman's Breeches is from zones 3 to 7. Number 2. Yellow Alyssum. Yellow Alyssum's common name, basket of gold, refers to the plethora of golden flowers it produces. When this bright yellow alyssum is planted in large quantities and given proper exposure in the spring, the resulting landscape beauty is nothing short of breathtaking. Plants with this hardiness range can survive in zones 3 to 7. Number 3. Sage. Most species of salvia, also known as sage plants, are resistant to browsing by deer for the same reason that these herbivores avoid catmint and bee balm. In other words, they have a bad odor. Herbs and other plants with strong scents, like sage, rosemary, and lavender, are typically avoided by deer. But if they do decide to eat one of these plants, they will most likely select the blossoms before any of the foliage. This means that zones 5 through 10 are suitable for growing salvia or sage. Number 4. Bearded iris. Most plants are avoided by deer, not just those that are poisonous or have pungent smells. Similarly, ornamental grasses are not a popular snack. Perfume plants are avoided by the deer herd. The genus Iris, which includes many fragrant flowering perennials, benefits from this. The scent of each variety of iris varies. Bearded varieties are a safe bet when in doubt, tolerant of climate zones 3 through 9. Number 5. Wall Germander. Deer typically avoid perennial herbs and subshrubs like wall germander. As a hardy perennial in USDA zones 5 through 9, it is ideal for use as a living edge in the knot gardens found in more conventional formal landscape designs. Despite having fallen out of favor, wall germander is making a comeback as a nectar source for pollinators. Number 6. Lenten Rose. Lenten roses are one of the earliest spring bloomers. Those who suffer from severe cases of cabin fever each winter greatly value it for this very reason. This deer-resistant perennial's eye-catching feature, unlike a true flower petal, is called a sepal. It is remarkable because it lasts so long on the plant, providing visual interest in the garden for weeks or even months. Plants hardy in zones 4 to 9. Number 7. Peony. Large and exquisitely fragrant flowers characterize the splendid peony. Don't worry about it too much. Your peonies, if cared for properly, may outlive you. If you are in need of perennials that can withstand the presence of deer, now is the time to give them a try. Zone 2 through 9 is fine for peonies. Number 8. Oriental Poppy. Oriental poppies have long been a garden favorite, particularly among those who seek cut flowers, due to their large, brightly colored blooms that have the texture of crepe paper. This traditional perennial from the cottage garden is poisonous, but it resists deer just like the others do. You should put this specimen someplace where you can enjoy its flowers to their fullest during their blooming time. A blooming season for Oriental poppies is brief but spectacular, tolerant of climate zones 3 through 9. Number 9. Jack Frost Brunnera. Plantae Brunneri macrophyllae, the leaves of Jack Frost, like those of many other plants, are what you cultivate it for primarily. Many a flimsy flower may have abandoned you, but you can always count on them to be there for you. A frosty jack, although it produces tiny blue flowers in the spring, Brunnera is most notable for its silvery leaves with green veins that are beautifully mottled. The plant is hardy from USDA hardiness, zones 3 through 9. Number 10. Rodgers Flower. One of the many types of perennials that can withstand visits from deer is Rodgesia pinnata. Although it produces a plume of flowers, many gardeners only see it for its foliage. However, it thrives in shade and can even tolerate some dampness. Rodgers, those zones 5 and 7, can safely plant these flowers. Well, thanks for watching video from Catchy Garden. Don't forget to click like and subscribe button to always support our channel. You can also turn on the notification bell to get the latest videos from us. We'll see you in the next videos.